Take a good look at this environment. At first glance, it looks like it was built from hundreds of unique assets, but it wasn't. Almost everything you're seeing came from a surprisingly small modular kit. Walls, arches, doors, windows, corners, columns, all designed to work together, then reused, rotated, and recombined until they became an entire city. And that's how professional environment artists build massive worlds, not by creating thousands of unique models, but by designing systems that can be reused in countless ways. The surprising part is that it doesn't even start looking like a city. It starts looking like this, just simple gray boxes. No textures, no lighting, no details. Because before I cared about how it looked, I had to solve how it worked. Instead of building buildings, I built a system. Once that system was working, the city almost built itself. Most beginners think adding more assets automatically makes an environment better. In reality, it's usually the opposite. The more you can create with fewer pieces, the stronger your modular system becomes. That's why environments don't begin with details. They begin with reusable building blocks. But geometry is only the first part of the story. Even with the entire city assembled, something still looked wrong. Every surface felt repetitive, flat, artificial. So how do you texture an entire city without creating hundreds of unique textures? That's where the next illusion begins. Geometry gave me the structure, but it didn't make the city believable. Every wall looked the same. Every street felt too clean. The repetition was impossible to ignore. The solution wasn't adding more geometry. It was changing how the same geometry was perceived. A single material could blend between stone, plaster, dirt, and wear without creating new meshes, without creating new textures for every wall. The same assets could now tell completely different stories, but even that wasn't enough. To understand why, let's step away from Baghdad for a moment. This Japanese house uses the exact same idea, just on a much smaller scale. At first glance, it looks like every beam, panel, and edge has its own texture. It doesn't. Almost the entire building is driven by a single trim sheet. Instead of creating unique textures for every asset, the details are packed into one reusable texture, and the UVs decide which part of that texture each mesh uses. It's faster, more efficient, and far easier to scale. Once you understand that, the texturing strategy behind Baghdad starts making a lot more sense.